So the final piece of this puzzle is making sure that you have the right tools in place to actually plan your week. So I'm gonna dive into my computer and show you. Due to very popular demand after my last couple of videos, this episode is all about how I plan my week. I have been running my business for a decade now, which is bonkers. And I've grown it to multiple seven figures. I have a team all over the world, and I also have a personal life. So I've become a bit of a ninja when it comes to managing my time. So I'm gonna show you how to block your time and protect the crap out of it. So if you're excited, give this video a like. You know what to do. Like, hit the like button, not this button, this button. And hit subscribe and click the bell to get notified for new videos every single Tuesday and Friday. Let's jump in. The first thing you're gonna do is called a time journal. Pretty simple. All you're gonna do is track your time and track how long it takes you to do certain things and how long it takes you to do the key activities that are pretty constant in your week, i.e. commuting to the gym, working out, making dinner, etc. And you can track this in the notes on your phone, or you can track it just on a notepad. You will be astonished at how much time you actually waste doing things like scrolling through social media or, I don't know, watching Netflix, whatever it may be, or just stalling, to be honest, and how much time you actually have available to get things done during the week if you knew how to do it efficiently. So this is why this is so eye-opening and it's such a helpful exercise. Plus, if you're really gonna plan out your week to get things done and feel amazing about it, you need to know how long things actually take you to do so you can realistically map it out. So I'm curious, comment below and let me know what you think will be your biggest time waster of the week. Is it social media? Is it watching Netflix? What do you think it might be? Let me know in the comments. All right, that's step one. Step number two, you're gonna ask yourself three very important questions. When you look at your major to-do list that maybe you've got sitting in front of you and all the things that you think you need to be doing, ask three questions and be really, really honest about it. Does this need to be done? Does this need to be done right now? And does this need to be done by me? Once you ask these questions about everything you have in your world and on your to-do list and just on your never-ending lists of tasks, you'll start to realize there's a lot that you can take off of it. So that's step two. Ask those questions, get real honest about it, and delete or delegate anything that doesn't need to be done by you, doesn't need to be done at all, or postpone it if it doesn't need to be done right now. And the reason that I am teaching you how to plan your week versus how to plan your day is because step number three is all about weekly goals. I realized that when I tried to plan every single day, there's just too much variation. You never know what could come at you during a day. So I like to give myself spaciousness so I don't feel so stressed out about my daily tasks. And that's why I like to do weekly goals and instead of a daily to-do list or a daily task list. And I'm gonna explain exactly how I do this, and it's going to change your life, I'm telling you, in just a second in a later step. But just keep in mind that we're focusing on weekly goals here instead of the daily to-do lists and tasks, and it will actually exponentially speed up your growth and your efficiency in getting things done. Which brings me to step four, and that's your daily priorities. For me, they don't change. My daily priorities are the exact same all the time. And if you watch my video on 7 simple habits that will make you rich, and I'll link to that in the description below, you'll see in that video, I only have 4 things I focus on every single day. So if you missed that video, let's just take a look at what they are. So what I focus on are booking sales calls to drive revenue in my business. I drive webinar traffic to our products and programs, get really, really great testimonials from our customers and clients so that it makes it easier to sell our products and services. And we have a ton of them, which is awesome. And then number 4 is product development to be the best in the industry. Those are the only 4 things that I focus on a daily basis. That is it. That is it. That is all. And it makes such a huge difference because it keeps me focused on the things that actually matter. Now, of course, there's other things that I want to do in my day. There's other things I want to focus on, but everything needs to be linked to these 4 goals that I'm actually doing on my to-do list. Otherwise, it might just be a make work project or something that I'm just trying to do to stay busy, which seems silly, and it takes away time from things like family, friends, relaxation, self-care, all of that. So 4 daily priorities every single day. That's it. Now the fifth step is kind of tying all of this together. And when I say that, I mean that my weekly plan and how I plan out my week is based around things that I have set out for the next year. So I have yearly goals and things that I want to accomplish. I have quarterly, and then I have monthly, and then I have weekly. And my weekly goals all stem from those longer term goals. So when I say yearly, it's things like overall revenue that we want to achieve for the year. That's something that I know I want to make happen. So how can we make that happen on a monthly, weekly, daily basis? So then we break that down by quarterly, and it'll be, okay, in this quarter, what's the big focus project that we want to be working on? For example, if we are always focused on creating the best product in the business, maybe it's doing program updates. And that is a big task. So then on a monthly basis, we would pick one specific section that we want to maybe update or add to or do product research on to see if we're missing anything. And then on a weekly basis, breaking that down into, okay, what do I actually need to focus on to make that monthly goal happen, and breaking it into smaller sections. So I'll show you, for example, you can see on my wall right next to my 4 daily priorities, I have the week laid out. And so every Friday, it's Friday afternoon right now, every Friday I map out what I want to achieve the next week. So these are the only things that I'm actually focused on. And this is how I plan my week, and it keeps me super, super focused and on task. So we want 8 AA enrollments. That's working with sales team, 70 YouTube for Bosses enrollments, program updates. I want to make sure that I map the outline for the funnel lessons, and choose the record date for it, and then finalize the content calendar for the next month and pick the record date. So that's it. That's all I'm going to be focused on for the next week. And I have it right in front of me on a daily basis so I don't forget. And again, that allows me to focus on the things that really matter and that are really going to push the business, and not just do this like crazy busy work because I'm distracted, which tends to happen. So the final piece of this puzzle is making sure that you have the right tools in place to actually plan your week. So I'm going to dive into my computer and show you exactly how I do this and exactly how I block my time, so you can do it for yourself and make your weeks way more efficient and fun and free and spacious. I'm telling you, this is going to change your life.
Let's dive into the tools that it takes to properly plan out your week. And keep in mind, these are the tools that I use, but you can also do this with just a notepad. You can do it with the notes in your phone, whatever you want to use. But this is the method that I use. So I have basically every single thing that ever comes up as a task in Asana, and then I just organize it accordingly, which I'm just going to show you in a second. But anything that anyone asks me to do, or I know I need to do, like book a dentist appointment, or I need to like take something in to get hemmed or whatever, it all goes in Asana, because otherwise I will forget. So it all goes in there, and I'm going to come back to this in a second. But the first thing I want to show you is my Google Calendar, because this is where I actually block off my time, and this is how my time blocking works. So you can see everything in lilac here, or like the light purple. These are all standing meetings, except for a couple of things, which I'm going to show you. So these are all standing meetings, and these are all business related. Anything in yellow is my workouts for the week, to know that I'm actually going to get them done. And then anything in this pink color is personal. So coffee date with dad, date with mom, hip hop class, date night, and then girls night. So making sure it's all in there. And then the great thing about time blocking is that you can move things around. And this is why I like to plan my week, like I said earlier, instead of trying to plan my day down to every single minute and every single detail. So let's say I can't get this workout in on Tuesday afternoon. That's okay. What if I move it up to the morning? Okay, cool. Let's move it up to the morning. That gives me more space and time to do it. So everything is flexible. You can move everything around. I'm not on all of these meetings, but I have them in my calendar just in case I need to hop on, and they're already blocked off. Now, what I'll do is, based on the goals that I showed you earlier, so the weekly goals, you saw that we had sales goals we wanted to hit. So in order to achieve those on a daily basis, I have review calls and track KPIs and track the VSL, which is one of our modes of marketing, to see how many sales are coming in, how much traffic we're sending there. I have that blocked in my calendar every single day at the same time. Again, do I do it every single day at the same time always? No, sometimes it has to move, so I'll move that block. But at least I know that I'm contributing to that weekly goal, and it's one of my 4 daily priorities every single day. The other thing that I have in here is I have the other 2 goals. So you might remember I mentioned I wanted to plan my content calendar for the next month. So I put that in here because I know it's going to take me an hour of time. And I'm also very strategic with how I do this, and I like seeing the big picture, because I know that I'm going to go for a workout from 11 to 12, and I'm going to be kind of sweaty and gross. So I want to give myself time to come home, shower, eat, And then I'm going to plan out the content calendar, and then I have some other things that I need to do, which I'll show you in Asana. But I kind of want to be ready for the day before I dive into this. So I know this is going to take me an hour of time. I'm going to do this here. And then I also know my other big project or goal for next week, the last thing on that list, was outlining the funnel section of our program updates. So this is going to take me a little bit longer, so I blocked off more time. The item in red here, I don't need to be involved in, so it's just in there as a reminder for me, but I don't need to be there. So I put it in here, and I moved some things around to make sure that I had space for it. And keep in mind, I'm not having to be on all of these meetings. These meetings in the mornings are super short, and this is really just a blocked period of time. I don't have to be there for it. And then I have respond to clients every single afternoon at the same time. And again, if I want to do it earlier in the morning, I do. So this is the cool thing about blocking your time. And then I go back to Asana and I look at what needs to be done on the actual day. So I'll look at Monday and I'll be like, okay, is everything that's on my Google Calendar in Asana? And it is. Organized content calendar, pick a recording date. So all the subtasks are in there as tasks as well, and share the content plan with the team in Slack. Now, are there other things that I've written down as to-dos that I know I need to get done? I need to get done right away and have to be done by me? Yes, they are. So, for example, do a live stream on YouTube for bosses. So I put that in here. It won't take me more than half an hour. This is ample time. So I put it in right after I blocked the content calendar. And then I also know that I want to promote the next day's video, do like a teaser for it. So I put that in for 30 minutes so I can post that onto Instagram. And again, these can move. It's super flexible, but at least I blocked the time to know it'll actually get done. So that's how I do it. And then in my meetings, I have just the meetings that I have that day. So you'll see leadership meeting is every Monday morning. And in the subtasks of it, I have all of the things that need to be done. Now, on one final note on this, as I plan my week, one of the biggest things that I do is what I like to call the whole life assessment. And this is actually something I learned from Brendan Burchard. And it's basically every Sunday I sit down, and I'm not perfect at it. It might not happen every week, but it's an amazing, amazing thing to do for your life. So I sit down and I take audit of all of these aspects of my life: health, mental, emotional, love, partner, family, friends, mission, experiences, spirit, finances, and learning. I just kind of journal on them and I give myself a score out of 10 on how I'm feeling about it. And it's such a great way to start the week because you can check in on your whole life, not just on the tasks and the to-dos that you have to get done, but everything. So this is how I plan my week every single week. And it looks like it might be detail oriented and like too much, but actually it's created so much space for me. I used to write down so many things on my to-do list and feel like I had to get them done every day and I'd never accomplish them. So I always felt like I was behind. This is realistic. This allows me to see, okay, this is the week ahead. These are the only things I really want to get done and need to get done right now. How can we work backwards from there? And then also on my calendar, you can see I have a lot of white space, and that shows me that I have room to move and be flexible with it. So these are the tools that I use, but again, you can use pretty much anything to make this happen. And then you'll see that I have it all in my content, in my iCal as well. So my Google Calendar and iCal are linked, and I look at this on a daily basis to make sure that I know what I've got coming up day to day.
I hope this was helpful for you. Make sure that you check out my 7 simple habits that will make you rich video and my day in the life video so you can actually see the behind the scenes of what it's like to be an entrepreneur. And don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell to get notified every single time we post a new video, and hit the link below this video in the description to get personal emails from me every single Friday. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.